Hello everybody, it's me Luigi, and I'm back with another ranking video. Yep, another one. This one's for Mario Kart, so I'm actually going to really enjoy this one since I've played a lot of Mario Kart, and I really love it. So without further ado, let's drive right into the video. Heh, puns. Alright, now I gotta do the same thing I've been doing for every single ranking video. Rules. The only games I will be ranking are the mainline Mario Kart games, so no arcade GPs. And they will be ranked from age. The tiers are amazing, great, good, okay, bad, and doo-doo. Repeating those same words over and over again sure gets boring after a while. Anyway, let's start ranking. Well, this shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody, but Super Mario Kart's the worst game in the series. It's not a bad game, it's just okay. Before I shower this game in hate, I'm going to talk about the positives. For starters, this game kicked off what would be Nintendo's most popular and, in my opinion, best video game franchise. And the only other thing is that this game at least has two good tracks, which are Mario Circuit 2 and 4. I'm glad I played this game because I never fully understood why some of the tracks were numbered. I just thought it was a new version of the track, like Mario Circuit 4 would be the 4th time it returned in Mario Kart. Anyway, now that the good things are out of the way, it's time to complain. Everybody could have guessed this, but the controls in this game just stink. I know it was new and revolutionary in the 90s and that this is an old game and Nintendo hadn't quite fully figured it out yet, but come on, you could have... I bet Nintendo probably could have done better than this. Another thing is the absurd difficulty level. Almost every single track in this game has one spot where the difficulty spikes way too high. For example, Vanilla Lake 2 has those huge clumps of ice blocks that completely stop you when you hit them. Mind you that Nintendo thought it would be a good idea to put 15 of them together in one pile, with only pixels of room to maneuver around them. And the final thing is that 18 of the tracks in this game kind of stink. The worst one by far is Vanilla Lake 2, those clumps of snow that I mentioned and actually more ranted about. And yeah, the character roster is also a little odd, but I guess we have to work with what Nintendo gave us. Wait a second, I haven't even mentioned battle mode. Yeah, it's mid. All you do, it's just balloon battle, and all you do is shoot items at each other until one dies. Yeah. So I'm going to be a little bit generous and place this game in the mid-okay tier, because on one hand, I'm never going to play this game again, and on the other, it started an amazing franchise. Mid-okay tier.
Welcome to Mario Kart!
Alright, finally, a game I can get behind. Mario Kart 64 was Nintendo's first step into making a 3D Mario Kart, so it doesn't look great. These characters and items, they're all 2D sprites because the N64 could not handle 3D racers and items, which was pretty smart thinking for Nintendo, and they look good. Anyway, this game was also the first Mario Kart to produce major bangers of tracks, because you've got tracks like Choco Mountain and Calamari Desert from this game, not mid-tracks like SNES Mario Circuit 2 and 4. Unfortunately, just like every other Mario Kart game, there are some, bad tracks, like Sherbet Land, Frappe Snowland, and Wario Stadium. The best part is that my circuit's actually a really good track. It's in my opinion, one of the best starter courses in all of Mario Kart. The only major bad thing I could say about this game is that the graphics and steering are a little odd, but that's just N64 hardware issues where they can't make everything perfect. Now it's time to talk about battle mode. Holy moly, is it fun. I mean, sure, some of the tracks are a little oversized, like Big Donut, but you finally get to play against 3 other people. Oh yeah, when you die, you don't just get 3 more balloons and continue playing. No. You turn into a bomb car and wreak havoc on all of your friends. Sometimes I purposefully die so I can just annoy Mario and whoever else I'm playing with, because wow, it's fun. Anyway, next thing is that the character roster in this game is effectively the same as Super Mario Kart, except they replaced Koopa Troopa with Wario and Donkey Kong Jr. with, well, Donkey Kong. Whenever Wario plays this game, he always chooses himself because, I mean, come on, if you're in the game, who else are you gonna choose? But little does he know, he's actually playing as the worst character in the game. Wario has the lowest stats, like lowest speed, worst handling. He's just an overall bad character. And with all of that out of the way, I could still only give this game good tier low good tier, because there are some factors that get in that I want to put this game in great because it's a good game, or a great game actually, but I can't due to some limitations of the hardware and just the fact that sometimes the tracks can't be all that fun, and so yeah, low good tier. Well, Nintendo, you had it good for a little bit. Mario Kart Super Circuit is a step down from Mario Kart 64, mostly because Nintendo went back to 2D graphics for the Game Boy Advance. It's not just the 2D-ness that gets me, because Super Circuit, just like Super Mario Kart, doesn't have that many great tracks. You've got good ones like Ribbon Road and Cheeseland, but then you have mid ones like Snowland and Peach Circuit. Another thing is that you pretty much have to play as a heavyweight if you're a beginner, because it's extremely difficult to steer in this game. The controls are abysmal. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, this game showed the first, form of retro tracks, because Super Circuit brought back every single, at least I think it's every single, track from Super Mario Kart back as a recreation for this game, which you have to unlock, which is annoying. And so, the character, what else? Oh yeah, character roster, same as 64's, and the battle mode is essentially the same as, well, Super Mario Kart's, but you get to play with 3 other players, so it's like a mix between 64's battle mode and Super Mario Kart's battle mode. One final thing. Has anyone ever seen the ads for this game? They're insane. Here's one right now.
Mario Kart Super Circuit on Game Boy Advance. 4 players, no rules.
The funny part is that the top comment was, "There goes Grandma." Yeah, I found that on YouTube. Anyway, I'm gonna put this game right above Super Mario Kart in high OK tier because it's just slightly better. I love Mario Kart Double Dash. It was one of the biggest turning points for Mario Kart ever, and it's evident why. For starters, there are a total of 18 characters now, of which you can pair 2 together and make weird and quirky combos like Daisy and Waluigi. Who would pair Daisy and Waluigi together? I have no idea. This game also started the trend of giving each character class their own selection of karts now. For example, lightweights have light karts like the Battle Train, and heavyweights have heavy karts like the Koopa King. Each pair of characters also has their own special item. For example, Wario and Waluigi have the Ba-Bomb, and Koopa Paratroopa have the triple red shells. Oh my goodness, Nintendo went all out with this game. Some of the best tracks in Mario Kart history are also in this game. Like, who does not know Waluigi Stadium or Baby Park? But just like every other Mario Kart game, there are also bad tracks, like Sherbet Land and Dry Dry Desert. Battle mode is also very fun, with a few different and unique game modes, such as Shine Thief, and cool battle tracks, like Pipe Plaza and My Own Mansion. Another bad part about this game is that the controls still have not gotten much better, but they are an improvement compared to the older titles. I love this game so much, but due to some of the things that I just said, I can only give it high grade tier.
Here we go!
Okay, back to handhelds. And boy did Nintendo deliver. Mario Kart DS was the first Mario Kart to ever include retro tracks. And no, Super Circuit's recreations do not count. Unfortunately, most of the retros are, well, how do I put this lightly? Plain trash. But you can't blame Nintendo too much because most of the Mario Kart games before DS had some mid-tracks. So they had to work with what they had. However, Nintendo made up for these horrible retro tracks with good nitro tracks like Waluigi Pinball and Tick Tock Clock. Dang, my rivals got a better track than me in this game. Oh. Let's see. Mission mode. Mission mode is one of, if not the coolest idea in Mario Kart history. Battling bosses and completing missions in a go-kart is super cool. Now there's one other thing. One other character that sticks out like a sore thumb. Rob. Rob was an attachment for the NES to create a second bot player in Nintendo Stack-Up and Gyromite games. So why is he here in a console that is completely different from the NES? If somebody knows, please tell me in the comments below. I am genuinely curious. While we're on the topic of characters, did you know that Drybones replaced Professor Egad? I don't know why. I guess Egad just wasn't cool enough for the guys at Nintendo. But I would have preferred Egad over Drybones. I'm sorry to all you Drybones fans out there. Battle mode is good too, with some cool game modes like Shine Runners, not to be confused with Shine Thief, and cooler battle arenas like Tart Top and Twilight House. Well, that's all for DS. It's a good Mario Kart. Low good tier. Oh, excuse me, low great tier.
Mario Kart Wiki!
I don't think anybody will argue with me for this, but Mario Kart Wii is my personal favorite Mario Kart. It's not the coolest or most unique, but it's the best in my eyes. Why? Well, Mario Kart Wii has the best nitro tracks in any Mario Kart. No argument there. It introduced bikes to drive instead of having to only drive karts, and motion steering. The only bad part about this game are the mid-retro tracks and the bad battle mode. For example, you have bang-on nitro tracks like Coconut Mall and Rainbow Road, and bad retro tracks like N64 Sherbet Land and GBA Shy Guy Beach. For battle mode, there are only 2 modes and you have to play on a team. The team thing sucks because if your team sucks, it doesn't matter if you're good because your team will still do nothing to help. One time I played coin runners, collected 30 coins in the first round and 10 coins in the next round, but none of my team members ever got more than a combined total of 10 coins per round. So the other team won both rounds. Also, there are a lot of battle arenas, almost all of which I like, except for Thwomp Desert because, well, it's not a bad track, there's just nothing I really see in it. The character roster is full of fire characters like me, and more importantly, Funky Kong. Funky Kong is God's greatest gift to mankind. I love playing this game, and it doesn't deserve anything less than high amazing tier.
Mario Kart 7!
Mario Kart 7 isn't talked about that much, but why? It brought us gliders, underwater driving, first-person mode, and the best selection of retro tracks in any Mario Kart game, bar none. However, underwater driving is just above water driving but slower, first-person mode makes everything harder, and the nitro tracks are forgettable except for the woohoos and Rainbow Road. I didn't want to cram this game's kart customization into everything I just said, because being able to customize your wheels, glider, and go-kart is super cool. Godspeed to everyone trying to find the best kart and character combo in this game. Let's see, battle mode is good with good arenas, and that's all I wrote for Mario Kart 7. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this game. It's a good Mario Kart. What else do you want? A little great tier.
Mario Kart 8!
Mario Kart 8 feels like it's still in its demo state. It makes sense though, because Nintendo did a lot of things that made it feel like the deadline for this game was too soon. 16 more tracks were added in a DLC, and battle mode feels straight unfinished. Most of the Nitro and Retro tracks are forgettable, so the DLC happened. They added some new tracks, revised old ones, and created some sick crossover tracks like Big Blue and Animal Crossing. I don't really want to talk about battle mode because it just makes me angry. Wait, I have to? Well, in that case, it's crap. Why would you want to repurpose tracks you race on in a Grand Prix for the battle mode? You have to chase people around the entire track just to hit them once, and they get pummeled by the people that were chasing you. The only okay track in battle mode is Yoshi Valley because of the multiple branching paths. Phew, glad that's over. The final thing is the graphics. They're amazing. And that's all I have about the graphics. I don't really want to talk about them that much. Anyway, I'm gonna stick this game in a little great tier with DS and 7, because why not?
Mario Kart 8!
Right, the complete version of 8. I'm so glad that they brought this game back for the Switch, but kept the DLC and got rid of 8's horrendous battle mode. When Nintendo decided to give this game a second chance, they realized that 8's battle mode was hot garbage and the bane to my existence, so they fixed it by adding actual battle arenas. Thank you, Nintendo! That should be the only changes. Time to wait another 5 years for another Mario Kart. Wait, Booster Course Pass? 48 more tracks? Holy yeah, they're just carryovers from Tour. But that's still amazing. Think about it. 96 flipping tracks in one Mario Kart game. Wow! And that's it for 8 Deluxe. I pretty much already talked about everything that I need to talk about in my review for 8. Mid-amazing tier. Wow, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought Tour would be worse than 64, but it's actually pretty fun. It's a mobile game, so that already limits some things, but somehow they managed to squeeze 232 tracks into this game. That dwarfs the number of tracks Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has. They're cool tracks too, because some of them are reversed, some of them are city tracks based on cities in real life, and there's also Piranha Plant Pipeline, which is still stuck in Tour to this very day. Tour was also the first Mario Kart to include costumes for your racer, like Dr. Mario and Dr. Me. Battle mode, like almost every Mario Kart so far, is good with a nice selection of 60 battle arenas. My only nitpick with this game is that you have to have a Nintendo account to play. It's not hard to set up, it's just kind of annoying. Well, anyway, good job, Nintendo. You managed to make the mobile Mario Kart game infinitely better than the mobile 2D Mario game. High good tier.
Mario Kart World!
Alright, the final game. Holy moly, it took me a long time to get here. Anyway, this game is really cool. The idea of being able to freely explore the open world of Mario Kart is amazing. I don't think any other racing game has ever done that. Nintendo also revised a lot of tracks, like Wario Stadium from the N64 was brought back, but shortened and industrialized. And Mario Circuits 1 through 3 were combined. And by God, Nintendo, why won't you bring back Mario Circuit 4? It's the only Mario Circuit that's never been brought back in a single Mario Kart game. Jesus, Nintendo, bring it back! Anyway, the character roster. You can play as cows and cataquacks, which are really annoying to unlock because you have to get Kamek to turn you into one. And the chances of that are very low, so you should thank your lucky stars if you ever get a single NPC racer. Nintendo, for this game, also brought back mission mode from Mario Kart DS, which you can now do in the open world, which is super cool. You have to hit these weird little question mark panels and hit P switches to do some cool missions around the open world. Nintendo also ignored that the mushroom, flower, star, and special cups were for Nitro tracks only, and they put some retro tracks in them. What and why? I have to sit through desert hills in order to play the special cup. The last thing is battle mode. It's battle mode, but chaotic because of the 24 racers now. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's 24 racers. Why is Baby Park not here? Let's see. Yes, my only other complaint, or not other complaint, but my only complaint is why in a Grand Prix do you have to only do one lap for every single track except for the beginning one? Like, I know that the intermissions make everything cool and, like, longer and yada yada yada, but I want to do 3 laps of the tracks. My goodness, Nintendo. Anyway, that's Mario Kart World. I really like this game a lot. I really do. But I don't want to place it any higher than low, great, amazing tier, because it really doesn't deserve anything higher or lower than that. So anyway, yeah, low amazing tier. Woo, I'm done. My goodness, that was the longest ranking video I've ever done. And actually, I think the last one I'll ever do. I don't really want to cover the Mario Parties or Paper Mario games because, well, I'm too lazy and I haven't played enough of them. Anyway, here is the final ranking. In first place is Mario Kart Wii, my favorite Mario Kart. In second place is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, probably the biggest Mario Kart to ever be featured on a console. In third place is Mario Kart World, the Mario Kart with the most unique idea ever. In fourth place is Mario Kart Double Dash, the Mario Kart that used to be the most unique but was dethroned by Mario Kart World recently. In fifth place is Mario Kart DS, a very, very good Mario Kart. In sixth place is Mario Kart 7, also a very, very good Mario Kart. In seventh place is Mario Kart 8, also a very, very good Mario Kart. And yeah, Mario Kart DS 7 and 8, I guess they're all pretty equal. I can't really, but the way I have them lined up is which one I like the most. They're Mario Kart DS 7 and 8. They're very close, but this is how I have them lined up, and this is how much I like them. In 8th place is Mario Kart Tour, a very good Mario Kart considering it was on mobile. In 9th place is Mario Kart 64, a good Mario Kart. In 10th place is Mario Kart Super Circuit, the best 2D Mario Kart. And finally, in 11th place is Super Mario Kart. What started the best Nintendo series ever was also unfortunately not that great, but still somewhat fun to play sometimes. That's it. I'm done with the ranking series. Well, I'll see you guys in another video that's not a ranking video. Bye!